Hey guys, it's Carrie from Stamp with CT, and with me today is Oliver the Crafty Pup and Dale.
Hi guys.
And we are here for our monthly bundle bonus.
Yes,
Bundle bonus. Bundle bonus project.
Absolutely.
So this is the November bundle bonus project, and the theme this month is winter holiday. So we thought it would be fun to create a Christmas card, but we wanted to do something that was just, not as traditional Christmas as you normally what comes to mind. So we decided to use some products from the Garden Walk suite, and that's in our mini catalog, page 52 and 53. So some really pretty samples, and then you'll see the components here to this suite. We're using the paper, the embellishment, the Stamp and Punch bundle. So this one is called Modern Gardening. It's really, really a pretty stamp set with some beautiful floral images, some really sweet sentiments. I love that it does have the Christmas sentiment. Isn't that pretty? And then it's got this awesome
Modern oval
punch.
punch.
Yes, it's really cool. We have only used it just a few times, but we really do like it. So this is the card that we created for you. And just a reminder, in this bundle bonus tutorial, what we like to do is create projects that once you have the cutting and scoring measurements, you're able to put them together. They're pretty straightforward, so you're able to duplicate what we do. And by all of us coming together and sharing samples, then it gives you lots and lots of ideas. Let's take a look at this paper real quick. It's a 6x6 paper stack, and I know it has Calypso Coral, Garden Green, Mossy Meadow, some really pretty colors.
Poppy Parade and Pretty Peacock.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, Poppy Parade, Pretty Peacock, and Wild Wheat. Kind of a little bit of a
Wild card,
yes. Wild Wheat. So very, very pretty paper that we have enjoyed using. And we'll go ahead and move a couple things out of the way. We're going to need the punch. We'll set that aside so that we can show you how to create this card. It's really a very simple little card. So we're starting with a piece of Mossy Meadow cardstock that's 11 by 4 1/4, and we scored it at 5 1/2. And I'll just grab my bone folder here and we'll burnish that score line. I think that that's very important to help break those fibers down. Your card lays nice and flat. We always joke though, if you're shipping it through the USPS, they'll take care of flattening that card down for you though. And then the next thing that we like to do is put our inside panel right quick. So let me grab my liquid glue and I'll take that lid off, set it aside. So this is a piece of basic white that's 5 1/4 by 4 inches. That's not listed on the tutorial just because you can't see the inside, but just so you know, we just like to do that even on a light colored card base because that just really does help to finish off the card, and I think gives it just a really nice look to have. Oops, that one looks like it's a little bit too long, Dee. It is.
Okay.
Let's grab a different piece. We need one that's 5 1/4. I think we can salvage that card base though. It's going to be okay. Let's see. It's okay. I think maybe we didn't cut those down all the way or something. That one looks better, doesn't it? I think we've got plenty of glue there. Crisis averted. Main thing is just to stay calm, right?
Yep. Just work through
Because
it.
if I just panicked every time I made a mistake, I would be in a lot of trouble. Okay, we're good. So then we have a piece of the Designer Series paper that we're going to add to the card front. And again, just little dots of glue. We like to do the dot, dot, not a lot, so that we don't end up with too much of liquid glue. This is such a great adhesive. Whoops, get in there. It's a great adhesive, but you do need to kind of edit yourself, not use too much. So that is an awesome tip that our friend Mary came up with, kind of on the fly actually, while crafting with some people at the church, and it kind of stuck. That dot, dot, not a lot. It's great advice. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of stamping.
Okay.
Let me grab our mat, our piercing mat, because this is a photopolymer stamp set. And I think underneath we've got some paper that we're going to stamp on. We're going to stamp the flower. Did you bring something to stamp off?
Yes, brought some.
Oh, great. Okay, and then somewhere is my sentiment piece too. We're kind of tag teaming here, Dale and I.
Okay.
If you don't know, Dale is my supporting demonstrator with Stampin' Up. So
I'm gonna move that over there with you.
okay.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the large flower portion, because it's a
Two-step.
two-step, and then I'm gonna stamp off first,
Okay. So we're creating the flower there.
and then doing the second generation stamp for you.
That's cool when you get more than one color of ink from your ink pad.
Go
I'll take that so I can put it on the chamois and clean that.
And then now we're going to do a very bold in the middle,
Full strength.
full strength, and
Get it lined up as best you can. But you know, we've gone to look at flowers in nature before when we've stamped flowers, and no flowers are perfect. There actually are some irregularities in flowers, so
okay.
I'll close that so we don't make a mess.
All right. And then now I'm going to commence to
Fussy
cutting this while.
I need that mat,
Oh, you
and
need
I
that.
didn't need to close that because I need it for my sentiment, right?
Okay.
Somewhere is my sentiment over there.
Right here.
Thanks.
Oh,
What?
we need to some. You gonna put it in?
Oh, we did. You want to use the... I see what we're doing. Okay, I was about to stamp it in Poppy Parade, but we used Mossy Meadow on our sample, so easy enough to grab the Mossy Meadow ink, and we'll change gears there. We use Mossy Meadow again. That looked pretty. So as Dale fussy cuts that beautiful flower, and there's not a die set with this because it's a punch bundle. Turn that right side up.
I'll grab your scissors.
Okay. And I'm trying to not put this too close to either edge. That's a little bit wonky, isn't it?
A little bit.
Let's turn it over and try again. We'll try that one more time. See if this tries better. That's worse, isn't it? What do you think? I think that one looks worse.
No, I like that one.
This one?
The other one. I like
This
that one
one?
better. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that. Not perfect, it's handmade, right?
All right.
Just do your best on your stamping. And then while Dale is fussy cutting, I'm going to come in. I've got a little piece of Poppy Parade cardstock that I'm going to just adhere this to. So I'm just going to put a little bead of glue down the center. And then make sure I'm using the right side that you think is better. And all your measurements are in the tutorial, the PDF. So if you would like to see the full PDF that has all of the samples, all of the measurements, then just pop down in the description of this video on YouTube, and it will give you a link to CT's Craft and Connect, and that is where I post this tutorial. And I just love that we're able to come together and we're able to share lots of ideas with you. Now while Dale finishes that up, I'll take this and we'll go ahead and punch out this piece that's going to function as part of our focal image. And we're just using another piece of the Designer Series paper, so you've got lots of options there. And we're going to be able to pop this on with our glue. Just a little bit of glue. Could really use either side of that paper, I think.
Absolutely.
I brought it over maybe 1/4 of an inch-ish from the side. And of course, every card is unique, so it may not be placed exactly where this other one was, but I got it pretty dang close, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did good.
And so then what I did was make this longer than what I actually needed so that I would have a little bit of room to adjust. So what I'm going to do is take maybe a 1/2 inch off of the right side. So let me just bring in my paper trimmer. Put that at about a 1/2 inch and just slice that right off. And I made it longer, and we'll just kind of take our time deciding where things go. I think that's going to be really good, though. I think actually the positioning on this card may be better than our original. So we'll just wait a minute for Dale to finish our fussy cutting. And while he does that, let me see if I can reach the pearls that we're going to be using. These are called the Blooming Pearls, and they are just fabulous, y'all. There's some gold ones down in this corner that we're using today, but all of them have just a little bit of a gold cast to them. There's green, there's pink, really, really pretty pearls, and some of them are just super tiny, and then we've got some larger ones, so this is a really beautiful embellishment. In the new mini catalog, I really think this is probably my favorite embellishment, and I've said that since the catalog came out, right?
Yes.
They're really pretty. Of course, I love shiny. You know, when shiny is your favorite color, anything with the gold cast to it looks pretty.
It's definitely going to rate high.
I can probably hear all those little bits hitting the trash can because I just emptied the trash can. So if you don't like fussy cutting, you could always, I think, go ahead and punch out a piece of white and stamp the flower directly on there, and then just bring your sentiment across. But we just wanted to keep this nice and simple. Dale doesn't mind fussy cutting. It's a pretty easy image to do, isn't it?
I think so. It's
You're just snipping in to get all those little details.
Those that you try to move your like right here, you try to move the flower instead of the scissors.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to get this fairly tight.
So there's not a lot of white around the edges.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Stampin' Blend and just kind of brush on the edge right here.
Oh, that's a good tip. So is that also Poppy Parade?
Yes. It's
Just add a little more color. That helps it stand out, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And then it just gives you a chance to cover up.
I was going to say it hides your stamping sins.
Well, it hides your cutting sins too.
Yeah, that's a great tip. I think that helps that stand out more on the project too. I like that. So just brushing it across the sides of the cut edge.
Okay.
Alrighty. So now what we're going to do is see if Dale can hand us a dimensional or two. If we want to add this pretty flower that he did for us. And the way that I did this, I placed it to where that long piece that he cut is kind of masking the edge of the cut piece on the sentiment. So we're just going to put maybe a dimensional right about here. And then that way we can bring our flower on and just kind of bring that right to the edge, and it kind of camouflages the cut edge, don't you think? You like that?
I like it.
Okay, from here, what I kind of liked was having this flower somewhat centered up in that focal image. So, you know, you can, again, just kind of play with where it is. This is going to hang off the edge, but that's not a problem because we're going to trim it off. So I'm going to, again, bring just a little bead of glue across, or a big bead of glue, huh? And then I'm going to let you put that on, Dale, because I think you have a better eye for when something like that is straight. You're going to turn it upside down?
And I'm going to turn it upside down.
Whatever it takes, right?
And you wanted that?
Somewhat centered. It doesn't have to be, but...
And then let me...
Yeah, let it dry for just a second. And then we'll be able just to trim that excess off. I just like the look of that coming all the way over to the edge of the card like that. I thought that was pretty. This is not a card that's really typically our style, is it? We wanted to do something a little bit different.
Well, that glue lets it move really freely.
You have to really let it dry good. Okay, let's embellish right quick. You want to pop on some pearls?
Sure.
We'll embellish while that glue is drying, and then all that's going to be left is to trim off that excess piece. Dale's using the Take Your Pick tool to pick up those beautiful pearls and sprinkle those on. So if you love this Garden Walk suite, or if there's any Stampin' Up! Products that you need, you can check things out in our online store at stampwithct.stampinup.net. Feel free to message us if we can help in any way, if you need a catalog, anything like that. Okay, I'll let Dale trim that off right quick. We good?
Right. And I like to flip it over because the flat part of the scissor here that I'm cutting with, I can put it up next to the paper.
Up against your card base.
Against my card base.
And you don't nip in too far. Okay.
And it kind of helps me keep everything in line.
Just take your time, right?
And that's what we got.
Okay.
All right, moved a little bit.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Can you fix it? Maybe.
Maybe. There we go.
Alrighty. So here's our project for you this month for Bundle Bonus. And this is the Garden Walk Modern Garden Bundle. And we hope you enjoy this project, and we hope to see you again next month. Talk to you soon.